Hello everyone, welcome to the Sling Insight YouTube channel. We upload every of our subscribers and returning viewers alongside with the new viewers. Today we'll be talking about how to create a stunning graphs or charts in Microsoft Excel. Whether you are a beginner or you're actually looking to enhance your Excel skills, this guide will actually help you to visualize data like a professional. These are data that we're trying to work on in order to get the graph for. When you want to do a graph, when you get into an Excel sheet, this is the way you get into the home ribbon. From the home ribbon, you move to insert. Under the insert, we have the chart. You first need to highlight the data you want to create a chart for. Then you click that. It gives you the recommended chart. The chart that is recommended for this kind of data is this. However, we are not going through the recommended charts, just to have a glance through an overview of all the charts that we have in an Excel sheet. We have the column, the line, the pie, the bar, area to the combo. So those are the charts we have. In order to dive in directly to what we need to do today, the first thing we'll be working with is the first chart, which is the column that gives us the bar chart. So after highlighting the Excel like this from the beginning to the end, then once we click on this, we have the 2D column and we have the 3D column. These are bar charts. If you pick on the 2D column, the graph is just going to look like this, the length and the breadth. And if you pick on the 3D column, it's going to have three-dimensional shapes. Like 3D is going to be length, breadth, and height. So this. Now, another thing about this is that the format that we're having here, we can change it. You can decide to change chart design. Maybe it should just be straight like this. Then we can come to the format as well to check for the shape effects. If you want to fill shape, maybe something like this, you fill it. Then if you want the outline, if you click on this, if you click out, you see there is no outline. But if you so wish that you want an outline to be there, once you get here, you click on shape outline, automatic. By the time you click out, you see it already have a black boundary. That's that about the chart. Going forward, the next thing is that look at these three icons. They are important, and instead of going through this format, you can as well come here to change the color. You can see several colors here. So I've just changed the color of the bars, just like the way it was before. Now, not like the way it was before either. Now, the second thing I want us to do here is this plus sign. Please take notes of each and everything that we'll be doing here. So I want to return it back to white in order to bring about clarity. By the time we click on the axis title, these two things, you can see the left and the bottom, there was nothing there. By the time we click on the axis title from here, it gives us the axis title that we can name. The chart title is the one at the top. If you click on data label, it labels each and every of the data. If you click on data table, it gives you the table that brought about this graph, but it's going to be jam-packed, so I'm going to be eliminating that. Then we'll click on legend. This legend is actually necessary when you are dealing with more than one parameters on this. So if I'm just to replicate this, I'll put here and say that this is mathematics and this is English. Now, by the time I'm doing this graph in an Excel, insert this graph, you see we are now having two charts. And if we pick on this to bring about the legend, you see the legend here. The legend is showing maths and English. The math is the blue, the English is the orange color. And we can have our data label. It's going to be jam-packed now because of those two features. But we can always have our axis title, which is this and this. Then this is the table. Well, you can see the table math. However, this is the name of the student. But in order to bring about the clean data, so we can always change this. So that's the score, the total score. Now what's on the x-axis? Student name. Okay. So the chat title, student name, score, score. So with this, we already have this. We can as well decide to create a chat area. But before we go to the chat area, let's filter. We can decide to unselect all. We can decide to pick for mathematics alone. Probably for want to check, compare and contrast for these students. So with this, we can have the data in this manner. We can also decide that we don't want some things. Look at the grid line that I just clicked now. If you want, this is automatically node line. If you don't want the grid line, the line behind was the grid line. If you put solid, this is the line that is showing deep. If you click on automatic, then it shows the default way the line is drawn. So with this, we already have this. You can also see this, the grid line. You can also have some settings here in order to ease your work. And I've spoken about the filter. That's that about that. But let us filter for all students so that we'll use it for all other chat. So that we'll filter for all students, we filter for both math and English, and we apply. Okay. So now I want to go back to the next chart. This is the column. The next chart here is actually the tree map. So this is the tree map. The second thing we can do is we can change it to the waterfall, the stock. Now this is the waterfall. You can also change to stock. The next one is to see how we can do the line graph. You can have it this way. You can have it this way. You can have it this way. You can have the 3D area graph. Now this is the histogram. This is histogram. Histogram. Now this histogram, we can also do everything we've done to the previous one on Instagram. You can also add legend. You can do every sort. The pie chart can either be in 2D in the gear format or 3D. So I prefer it in 3D. Then we can decide to include data label here. These are the legends. These are the labels. And the chart title is that about the chart. Another thing that we can use here is the dotted line, which is the scattered graph. You can also look for scattered graph. So with all of this, I trust you have been able to do justice to the basic knowledge that is required for creating charts in Microsoft Excel. This pie chart can also be done as Doughnut, just as it is seen here. So this is the Doughnut chart. That's the way it looks like. Thank you. We're having borderline around the chart, and we can eliminate the borderline by clicking no line. So once we click no line, all the borderline disappears. If we click it back and you click on solid line, you see the line beside it. So that's that about the basic charts in an Excel. Thank you for listening. From the Stealing Insight, we appreciate and we acknowledge your presence. Bye bye.